What's going on, you guys? What a great leg workout. Just got finished. This leg workout was probably one of my favorites in a while because it was so well rounded, and it was a mixture of heavy and high volume and just minimal rest time, so it was really great. So first thing that I like to focus on is always going to be the mobility. Obviously you want mobility for every single body part, but especially my legs, just because in the past I have had a quadricep injury and also an ankle injury, so I really do my best to focus on preparing properly. I like to take my time when it comes to the foam rolling and making sure that I'm well warmed up for this leg workout. So I always start off with foam rolling on my quadriceps, my hamstrings, my glutes, even my scapula, because when I do squats, you want to make sure that you're going to hold the bar with proper mobility on your shoulders. So that's usually my routine as far as warming up for this workout. I'll get more into mobility in probably another video, but first exercise, always starting off with my compound movements. So and like I mentioned in the last video, I'm trying to focus more on strength when it comes to these compound movements. So started off with a back squat, warmed up with the bar like always, making sure my bar path is good, making sure my technique is good. And then right after that, I kept it within a 3 to 5 rep range. That's usually how I always approach my my back squat training, because I've always been more into kind of like the 5x5, which I know a lot of people are familiar with. That's just something that I've personally always been a fan of when it comes to back squats. So I think I started off with my first working set was 225. Now I'm really trying to improve on this lift. I want my back squat, I want to get to a 400-pound back squat. It's gonna take time, but I really want to get to it. Want to make sure that my strength is there for some upcoming plans that I'll probably mention later. So start off with 225. Now, depending on your confidence in your lifts, you want to make small jumps, but in this case I felt comfortable with jumping to 275 on the second set. Did, I believe, 5 reps from there. And I started going to my triples, and then eventually I got to 345 pounds for 2. My max 1 rep right now is 365, I believe, so I want to always keep within an 80 to 90% working set towards that. So that went pretty well. You'll notice that I've been using knee wraps lately just to really stay secure, because I'm getting into heavier loads, and it's definitely getting to a point where I'm going to start needing more security around my knees and my legs. Safety first, you guys. Make sure you always want to prepare well for that. So finished off with that, dropped back down on my last set to 275 for about, I believe, 6, and then that was it for the back squats. Next exercise with the hack squat. Now I don't do this very often, but I'm gonna definitely be implementing this more into my training for legs, because I want to develop more of those quadricep muscles, and I definitely want to build them all around. So did about 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Got to, I believe, I wish I can give you a number, to be honest, but 3 plates on each side, and got to like 8 reps on that. It was just really rough, because yeah, just squat after squat, it really takes a tax on you, but felt really good. Man, it just wiped me out, but it was just such a good feeling to really push in that exercise. So 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps. Last set was 8 reps, and then moved on to the next exercise. Now, this next exercise, the lion hamstring curl, it was really more about that hypertrophy, that contraction training that I've been talking about for a while and in the past video, because when it comes to building muscle, you guys, it's going to be all about contraction, time under tension. You've all heard these terms before. It's nothing new. It works. So I really wanted to keep the weight like medium, challenging enough to where the exercise was tough, but not too heavy to the point where I can't even pull them all the way up. Did about 4 sets of 15 reps. Now mind you, when I do my hypertrophy training, you guys will notice I'm always in the 12 to 15 rep range, maybe even 20 depending on the exercise. So it's just really up to you and what you can tolerate. Make sure you get a full squeeze all the way. Drop the weight if you can't get your heels all, like, how do you describe it? I guess in a 90-degree angle, you'll see. And you'll notice also when I do these hamstring curls, I like to keep myself pressed up. Now the reason for that is I've noticed when I lie flat, and some of you guys may have experienced this, but my low back hurts when I start to pull my heels up towards towards my body. And so I've noticed that when I press up and stay in that upright position a little bit, it helps to kind of secure my low back. So it's really on your preference, what works best for you. Try that out. Next exercise was one of my favorite legs exercises. Has always been like my bread and butter because I've been so focused on building my quads. Leg extensions. There's nothing, honestly, in my personal opinion, there's nothing better that I can say has contributed to me building my quads than these. So make sure you guys get the full squeeze and contraction on these. And it's just, keep the weight challenging enough to where you're gonna feel like that stress on the legs, like not stress, but the tension. But you want to keep it in like light enough where you're able to actually extend your legs all the way up, get that good squeeze. And I believe I did 4 sets, 15 reps. That's usually always my go-to when it comes to leg extensions. Really great pump actually, because I took more time focusing on pausing at the top and instead of blasting through them quickly, because a lot of people like to blast through these reps, and you got to remember, if you're gonna build muscle, you got to take time, you got to give it time to stretch, to contract. All of that comes into play when you're training like this. So did that, and then the next exercise moved on to a superset that I've been doing for quite a while. Seated calf raises. Now the key thing to this, you guys, when it comes to training calves, a lot of people like to, what I call, skip the muscle, which is they just kind of like, I don't know, like flutter, I guess you could say, like flutter their feet and then just kind of like bounce the weight. One, you're not going to build any calves doing that. Two, you're just going to put a lot of stress on your legs doing that. So give it time. Really extend, like tiptoe, drop the weight if you have to. You'll notice I'm not working with a ton of weight in this movement. So tiptoe, hold it for 2 to 3 seconds. Make sure you feel those calves actually like contracting and stretching at the bottom. Did 4 sets of those for 15 reps and then supersetted it with bodyweight lunges. I guarantee you this is one superset that has always worked out for me. You can try it. It's a great finisher in my leg workouts because you don't need the weighted lunges. I like to do weighted lunges every now and then, but bodyweight lunges are always a great essential and foundation to leg training. So finished off with those. I believe if you want to count it in reps, the lunges were like 18, 20 reps, like 10 reps on each leg, down, back and forth. And yeah, did 4 sets of those, and it was a great burnout. Got an awesome pump, and that was it. So great leg training once again. I just love legs. You're not gonna hear that often, but I love leg training. It's great. That was the workout for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely hope you guys are enjoying this content that I'm gonna bring more out to you as I go through my prep. And stay tuned for the next video. And please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks, you guys. Talk to you later.